Okay, so we factored to solve a quadratic equation, and today we're going to use the quadratic formula to solve a quadratic equation. What? Okay, quadratic formula. So to use the quadratic formula, the quadratic has to be in standard form, which is so it has to be equal to 0. It has to be equal to 0, and it has to be in standard form. And A is the number in front of the x squared. B, Hayden is going to get punched, is in front of the x. And C doesn't have any variable at all. So x equals the opposite of B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC all divided by 2A. So if I look at A, that's in standard form because it's equal to 0. So I'm going to write down my A, my B, and my C. My A is 5, my B is 3, and my C is -2. I'm also going to write B squared because I need a B squared. I need 4AC, and I need 2A. So B squared is going to be 3 squared, which is 9. And then I need 4 times A times C. So 4 times A times C is 40. And 2 times A is 10. A times C is, oh, -40. Thank you. I'm like, wait, it is 40. Negative, though. Thank you. So now we can just plug all the numbers back in the formula. So I get negative B plus or minus the square root. B squared is 9. I have a minus from the formula and then -40 all over 10. And so minus and minus is going to give us a positive. And so under the square root now I have 49. What is the square root of 49? 7. So my answer is -3 plus or minus 7 over 10. So we're going to get 2 answers from that. 2. We're going to get one positive, we're going to add one, and then we're going to subtract one. So one of them is going to be -3 plus 7 over 10. And then I'm going to get -3 minus 7 over 10. So -3 plus 7 gives me 4. And so that's 4 over 10. And that reduces to 2 over 5. The next one, -3, boys, minus 7 is -10. Divided by -10 gives me -1. It's negative. -3 minus 7 is -10. Divided by 10 is -1. My 2A is 10. Did I say it out loud? Oh, wow. We're having a hard morning already. Okay, you all. Okay, You have to have the x equals also, or you won't get it right. And when it's got the square root here, that's as far down as you can go, unless you can simplify like we did last week. But 13, what is that? What's it called? What's 13 called, boys? Prime, thank you. It's a prime number. Okay. So on C, yeah, it just stays just like that. Okay. What's different about C? It's not in standard form. Very good. So to put it in standard form, I'd have x squared plus 6x plus 4 equals z, or 0. So then we're going to do a, b, c, b squared, 4ac, and 2a. So what is my a? Right? The number in front of x squared is 1. So we're going to put a 1. What's the number in front of x? 6. The number that's by itself is 4. So b squared is going to give me 36. 4 times a times c is going to give me 16. And 2 times a is 2. Y'all should check my math this morning. Is that right? Okay. So next, I'm going to go ahead and fill in my formula. I'm going to have negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 minus 16 all over 2. So I have the 36 minus 16 is going to give me what? 20. So I have the square root of 20 here. But the square root of 20 we can simplify. So if I divide by 2, I get 10. And I divide by 2, I get 5. So where do the 2's go? All right. So I'm going to have x equals negative 6 plus or minus 2 square roots of 5 over 2. Now, can I divide 6 by 2? Can I divide 2 by 2? Yes. So I'm going to get negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 5. And that's our answer. Okay. Are we okay? Everybody's good? Okay. Can we go to the second page at the bottom? I want to go to the bottom. Okay. All right. All right, Ethan, what's the A? 1. Alexis, what's the B? Corbin, what's the C? Okay. So the B squared, Michaela, what does that equal? It's what? 16. Okay. Carlos, what's 4AC? So it's, yeah, 14 times 4. Does somebody multiply for me? 52. Okay, so it's negative 52. Is that right? Or 52? 4AC. Yeah, 52. Damien, what's the 2A? 2. So when I set this up, I'm going to get negative b, which gives me a positive 4, plus or minus 16 minus 52 all over 2. Okay. Do you have a calculator, Amory, or no? Who's got a calculator? 16 minus 52. What does that give us? Is it positive or negative, though? So this is negative 36. So if we have a negative under the square root sign, Marlene, what does it mean if I have a negative under the square root sign? So the square root of 36 is going to give me what? 6, and then the negative is going to give me an I. Okay, so I'm going to have x equals 4 plus or minus 6i over 2. Hayden, can I reduce this or not?
No.
Yes or no?
Yes.
By what? So what's 4 divided by 2? 2 plus or minus what's 6 divided by 2? And that's your answer. Okay. Any questions on this? Okay. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about the discriminant. It determines the number of real solutions and imaginary solutions. And I went back to the top. So, y'all, the discriminant is just the square root part. The discriminant is just the square root part. So if the discriminant is greater than 0, we get 2 real solutions. And 2 real solutions tells me that the quadratic touches in 2 places. That the quadratic is going to touch in 2 places. If d equals 0, there is going to be 1 real solution. And that means it's going to look like this. It's only going to touch the x-axis in 1 place. So the vertex and the x-intercept will be the same. The last one, if d is less than 0, there's going to be 2 imaginary solutions. 2 imaginary. And that means that the parabola doesn't touch the x-axis at all. It doesn't touch it at all. So my A here is 9, my B is negative 12, and my C is 4. So to find the number of real or complex solutions, I have to figure out, is it positive, equal to 0, or negative? So B squared is going to be 144 minus 4 times 9 times 4. So this is 144 minus 144, which is 0. So how many solutions do I get? 1 real. Well, you had your head down when I was doing this, so I would imagine that you may be a little lost, but since I've made 2 addition errors today, I'll go ahead and help with this. Okay, look. To determine the number of solutions, you just have to look at what's under the square root sign. If it's positive, you're going to get 2 real solutions. If it's negative, you're going to get 2 imaginary solutions. If it equals 0, you're going to get 1 real solution because it's only going to touch the axis 1 time. So the first one, I wrote down my A, B, and C, and I plugged the formula right here. B squared minus 4AC. And I got 0. So if it equals 0, there's one real solution. So I'm going to do the same thing here, except is this in standard form yet? No. So in standard form, it's 2x squared minus, is there no x? So it's minus 22 minus 28. Does that gives us 50, right? So that equals 0 now. I just subtracted. So that gives me an A of 2. Does it give me a B? There's no B because there's no x there. So I took the 28 and I subtracted it over here, and that's where I got the negative 50. Kevin, what's the A equal? What does A equal? So fill this in. B squared is what? 0 minus 4 times 2 times negative 50, right? Under the square root. So first of all, what is a negative times a negative? So under the square root, is it positive or negative? It's positive, so how many solutions do I get? 2. So I'm going to get 2 real solutions. You don't have to. You just need to know if it's positive or negative. Okay, last one. Jacob, what's the A? Vincent, what's the B? It's what? Negative 4. And what's the C? 2. All right. Figure out if this is positive, negative, or I got negative 8, so it's 2 imaginary solutions.